If you are looking for a gaming mouse with a large number of programmable buttons, a lightweight design, and both wireless and Bluetooth connectivity, the SteelSeries Aerox 9 Wireless is a gaming mouse worth taking a closer look at. This mouse is designed especially for gamers who play games that benefit from having many commands available directly on the mouse. It features 18 buttons, an 18,000 DPI TrueMove Air optical sensor, RGB lighting, and a lightweight honeycomb-style design. One of the first things that stands out about the Aerox 9 Wireless is its unusual appearance. Instead of having a completely solid outer shell, the mouse uses a perforated design with multiple openings. This is one of the main reasons the Aerox 9 can remain relatively lightweight despite having so many buttons and features. The design also gives the mouse a distinctive gaming appearance, especially when the RGB lighting is turned on. The lightweight construction can be useful during long gaming sessions. A lighter mouse can require less effort to move across the mousepad, which can be especially noticeable in games that involve frequent mouse movement. At the same time, whether a lightweight mouse feels comfortable is very personal, so the shape and button placement are also important considerations. The biggest feature of the Aerox 9 is probably its 18-button layout. Having so many buttons available gives gamers a large number of options for assigning commands. This can be especially useful in massively multiplayer online games, strategy games, simulation games, and other titles where you may need to access many different abilities or commands. Instead of constantly reaching for the keyboard, you can assign certain functions to the mouse buttons. This can potentially make complicated control layouts more convenient. However, having many buttons can also take some time to get used to. If you normally use a simple mouse with only a few buttons, the Aerox 9 may initially feel quite different. The mouse uses SteelSeries TrueMove Air optical sensor with a sensitivity of up to 18,000 DPI. DPI controls how sensitive the mouse is to movement. A high maximum DPI gives you plenty of flexibility, although most gamers will probably use a much lower setting depending on their game and personal preference. The sensor is designed for accurate tracking, which is important for gaming. Whether you are moving the mouse slowly for precise control or making faster movements during gameplay, consistent tracking is an important part of the overall experience. Another major feature is wireless connectivity. The Aerox 9 supports a 2.4 GHz wireless connection as well as Bluetooth. The 2.4 GHz connection is designed for gaming use, while Bluetooth can be convenient when connecting to compatible devices for everyday use. Wireless gaming mice can also help keep your desk cleaner because you do not have a mouse cable constantly moving across your mousepad. When you want to use the mouse with a cable, it can also be connected for charging and wired use. Battery life is another important consideration with a wireless mouse. The actual battery performance can depend on how the mouse is used, the connection method, RGB lighting, and other settings. It is always worth checking the current manufacturer specifications for the exact battery rating. The Aerox 9 also features RGB lighting. The lighting gives the mouse a distinctive gaming appearance and can be customized depending on the software and settings available. If you already have an RGB gaming setup, the lighting can help the mouse match the rest of your desk. The mouse is also described as water resistant. This can provide some additional protection against everyday accidental exposure to moisture, but it should not be treated as waterproof. It is still important to keep electronics away from significant amounts of liquid and follow the manufacturer's care instructions. Now let's talk about who this mouse is best suited for. The Aerox 9 makes the most sense for gamers who actually need a large number of buttons. MMO players are one obvious example, because these games can involve many abilities, items, and commands. It can also be useful for strategy and simulation games, where having shortcuts available can make controlling the game easier. For someone who mainly plays simple games or uses their computer for basic browsing and office work, 18 buttons may be unnecessary. A simpler mouse could be more comfortable and easier to use. Another thing to consider is the shape and button layout. Because the mouse has many side buttons, you will need to become familiar with their positions. It may take some practice before you can reliably press the correct button without looking. Overall, the SteelSeries Aerox 9 Wireless is a specialized gaming mouse designed for players who want a lot of control directly at their fingertips. Its 18 buttons, lightweight perforated design, 18,000 DPI TrueMove Air Sensor, RGB lighting, and wireless connectivity make it a feature-rich option for gaming. The combination of 2.4 GHz wireless and Bluetooth also gives you flexibility, while the lightweight construction can make the mouse easier to move during longer sessions. If you are an MMO, strategy, or simulation gamer who wants many programmable buttons, the Aerox 9 Wireless is definitely worth considering. If you prefer a simple mouse with only a few buttons, however, its